Hi guys, hope you all are doing well and had a good weekend and the trading day today, right? So we start with the disclaimer as always. Anything and everything that will be shared in here is purely for educational purposes only, and this by no means directly or indirectly recommends any trades that you might want to take, right? And we're a SEBI registered RA. Excellent. So what did we analyze yesterday? Pause it, guys. Read every single word. I've got two screens in here, so I'm going to play around with it. And I'm trying to pull the thumbnail from yesterday, right? So we said, we would be bullish about 24,834 and bearish below 24,619. I think the market gave a fake breakout in here and then went down. And we said, the possibility of a gap up on Monday is high, right? So I think the markets did gap up, but not, to an extent that I anticipated personally, because I was expecting a larger gap up. Right, and then the markets went lethargically sideways, and boom, this is something that we luckily caught today, right at the top. And the markets are still on, by the way. 2 more minutes to go. I thought the markets were closed. Um, so that's pretty much what we analyzed, but let's start fresh. And before that, it reminds me of the feedback that I had, that the texts or the levels are too small. I hope this time it is okay. This is a little bit larger screen, so things may look a little smaller because of the large area, right? So day candle, right? Look at that. From here, we've been bullish, right? One, two, three, four, five in here. While this was a big red candle, we were still bullish, and this is also bullish, and this is also bullish, right? Because in isolation, this has done higher high and higher low, and volumes, today were unusually low. Not sure if it is due to that settlement holiday that we had today. Uh, you know, that could be one of the reasons, right? So price overall in day time frame continues to be bullish, right? And on the hourly, we've turned bearish. It's just beginning of the week, so just one day, and we'll see how things evolve, right? So on a lower time frame, the markets have clearly turned bearish, and we saw that a strong candle at the end, right? So that's price action. Let's look at options data in here. Today's analysis is going to be a short one, because I think we covered the majority of it during the weekend analysis. And so if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it, right? So look at the put changes, 3.88 crores at some point of time. We had aggressive put writing, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So nothing significant except 24,800 last 1 hour. We saw some call writing. So this is more bullish, right? So price is bullish, options data is bullish, or change in OI is bullish. And if I look at the overall open interest, 24,800 seems to be the magnet, right? So price is bullish, options data is more neutral, right? And the markets are still okay. It's closed finally, right? So now if I look at the day candle, this is more a doji, right? So nothing significant based on price nor options data. If I look at the Elliott wave, I mean, if you haven't watched the analysis, guys, yesterday's, please go and watch it, right? And we've been talking about all of this being zigzags, right? And some made a comment that it is not ABC, it is WXY. Guys, at the end of the day, correction is correction, right? While I understand the rules are there, my intent is to make this analysis look simpler, right? So this I was looking at it as an ABC, uh, as a zigzag. This is an ABC, right? And then this is another ABC, and then this is another ABC, right? Now the question here is this going to be another ABC, right? Going down south. That possibility is very high. So if you haven't watched the analysis from yesterday, please go and watch it, right? This A clearly is a complex one. And then here, if you see, one of the reasons what kind of opened up was this, right? This is another zigzag at a lower degree. So this becomes another ABC, which gave us, that possibility of, shorting this market, right? So this is another ABC. So multiple, ABCs, right? ABC, this becomes a larger A, right? Pay attention, students. This becomes B, it's either over or it is ongoing, and then C, right? So if I mark this as in a higher degree, this is one of the possibilities. One may argue this can be W, this can be X, and then Y. Yes, I'm not saying that. Trying to keep it simple, like I said, right? So now we have more room. So this is one possibility. Initially this was looking more like a leading diagonal, but it ended up becoming more ABC with impulsives, right? 535, and if I add RSI, you see that mild divergence in here, right, which gave that possibility open, right? So now here, if this is an A, this is an A, B, and C. Of B, we're going down south, right? So below this, I'm going to turn bearish, right? So simple as that. Um, so below this is going to be bearish, and above this, I'm going to be bullish, right? Simple as that. Because then if this is an ABC, and then because this becomes an ABC, and then we're going up, up north, right? So this becomes ABC, and then we're unfolding C. One of the things that came very clearly was, though this is not a line, but if you look at a parallel channel, you comment, right? What is it? What pattern do you see in here? And if breaking of this pattern, it's going to give us that confirmation, right? So I think price is bullish, options data is more neutral. Only Elliott wave has both the possibilities open, right? So once again closing at a very tricky zone. But if I were to summarize, looking at all possibilities and how the price reacted, in the second half, I think the bears, gave a very strong message. And tomorrow's expiry, right? Something that I keep reminding myself, because habits die hard, and you're basically thinking expiry is on Thursday, but expiry is tomorrow. So both the possibilities are open, right? We could They could spend all the time in here, and if it breaks this, we're going to go down south. So that is all I had on Nifty. Let's quickly touch on Bank Nifty, because it's been a while since I touched on it, except the weekend in here. Also, before I jump into that, the reason why I'm stressing on the position sizing was on the futures, because with what I shared on the weekend analysis, right, we were looking at this possibility. And then, this being a wave one, an expanded diagonal, and then this was initially I was hoping it to be an expanded diagonal. On Nifty, it is not very clear, but on, sorry, Nifty spot, it is not clear, but on Nifty futures, this is one of the possibilities that can open, right? And or the other possibility is this can be a triangle also, right? So this is what makes things even more tricky. When things are not aligning, you better stay cautious and manage your position sizing, right? So this can be a triangle as well, and then this becomes W, X, and then Y, or A, B, C, either or, and C going down south. So I think the opening is going to be very, very important, for tomorrow. Also, how the news is evolving between Trump and Modi. There was some positive comments being exchanged on the social media, blah blah. So let's see. We've got quite a lot of fundamentally good news to support, but the price and the markets are not supporting as yet, right? And the other possibility that we also touched on was this, right, which is this being a possible triangle, right, which is this and this, right? So multiple possibilities are opening up, and this can also be another smaller triangle in here. This is also a possibility that are open. So basically, I mean, we are in a complex correction, right? And I'm not convincingly concluding on any one possibility, keeping all the possibilities open, keeping it light, keeping it easy. Position size is extremely small, because I keep saying, this is a market where you just have to pass through, right? And a phase where most of them are kicked out of the market during this time. Selling is unbelievable, right? Given the wicks, right? We had that shot up in the last minute, but look at the wicks. This is a joke if you're a seller, and you have to be careful because of the unlimited risk that it brings if you sell. You may be profitable, for 10 days, and then one day can do a lot more damage on selling. So I continue to stay away. Dow Jones is in here. I think, Dow Jones is slowly weakening up, right? Look at that. So correction is due while the markets are bullish. Let's see how the markets open tomorrow, right? So that's SGX and that's Nifty. So guys, that is all I had. Do comment your views, and yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. Guys, have a great rest of the evening. Cheers. Bye now.